exciting. How do you like stem apples? Welcome to another episode. My name is Dave Stevens.
I'm Dr. Brad Miller. Welcome back.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh my gosh. So what a week. What a week. So have I told you I took over calculus?
You mentioned that last week.
And did I tell you that I've been collaborating with my old professor from Johnson County Community College?
No, you did not.
I am. Oh gosh, it's so cool. So I've never taught calculus before, and then I stepped in midstream. So like the kids were teaching themselves, and so I was like, "Well, how far have you gotten?" So I just, went through the book and found a decent place to start, and we're going. I've been collaborating with my old professor from Johnson County Community College. Brenda Edmonds is her name, and she is just been super helpful. She's she's given me so many resources, and I have so many tools, and she basically planned my whole week for me, and I it was awesome. She was like, "Hey, did you try this? Have you tried this? Did you think about this?" I was like, "That's my week."
There we go. I will be trying those.
So it's been crazy. And then Friday, so October 6th, I guess it was, I flew out to New Mexico to spend a weekend with my brother, and oh man, it was Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque this weekend.
Balloon Fiesta.
Yeah, do you know what this is?
Party with balloons.
Do you know what kind of balloons?
Hot air balloons?
Yeah, there are thousands of hot air balloons in Albuquerque. Well, we were in Santa Fe, so we didn't get to see it. Like, we weren't there for the Balloon Fiesta. It just happened to coincide with the weekend. And oh my gosh, driving to the airport Sunday morning was a spectacle, man. There was a balloon there was a balloon in the shape of a penguin. There was one in the shape of a chili pepper. There was all sorts of different ones. I thought it was really cool. Have you ever thought about going in a hot air balloon?
I have. And I don't know how I'd do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's slow moving enough for me, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's at the pace, it's at my speed, right? That's my pace. And do you remember Miss Sandin?
Yes.
She was a balloonist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah, this is a big week. This is her Super Bowl week.
Oh.
But so I feel like if she could do it, like,
true.
I feel like if she could do that, I feel like I could do that. For some reason, I just feel like somebody who's like, relatively high strung, to be able to get up on a hot air balloon, like I should be able to do it.
And just be like, I can't go anywhere.
Right. Yeah. You control up and down, and Mother Nature controls left and right. Yeah. I would imagine Lewy would have a conniption fit on that thing. Yeah. I don't know that he could handle himself. How would your kids do in a hot air balloon?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. They might be looking over the side going, "Oh dear.
Oh dear."
Okay. What do we do now? I want to go do something. Well, we gotta wait.
Yeah, this isn't fast paced enough for my kids. Yeah. Can I have your phone now, Dad?
Yes. Well, reception up here, and you'll drop it over the side.
Right. You are one of my kids. That's right. That's right. You're right. Yeah, I am recording. How embarrassing is right.
So how was your gallery out of this?
So how was your week in class? Did you have a good week?
Yeah. It was a long week in terms of just trying to get everything planned, and wasn't sure if I was going to be out of the classroom tomorrow or not because we have ACT Academy, so we kind of help prep for ACT stuff.
I like it.
And just knowing, since we don't have the exam here this weekend, whether we were going to have enough students signed up. And so kind of had to, okay, am I going to be here? Am I not going to be here? I got to plan ahead, and I got a lab I'm doing today. So it's like, all right, I think I got everything ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Having an A and a B plan is always tough. It's always tough because then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are very dependent on what did you do Tuesday?
Yes. And, and we're at that point where, okay, we have an exam this Friday.
Yeah.
You've got to get ready for this. And so reviewing and doing all that, but who needs what? And
Right.
getting the exam prepared.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Oh man. Like identify like do you have a struggle identifying like your top tier and your bottom tier kids?
Like I've got a good idea of who they are.
Yeah.
We're getting that. This will be a third exam, so I'm starting to see
Oh yeah.
who's where,
Right.
and but now it's getting to kind of figure out what parts they'll struggle on and how do we get them caught up. So I got a couple of students who I have one that's already told me I'm only doing this for a semester because I just can't do it. This is too hard. And it's like, how do I get you to the point where maybe you want to stay in the class, or getting it so you don't just cash out for the rest of the semester and go get a different. So
Yeah.
basically, they can get the credit for this semester.
Right. Right. At least it's a productive semester.
Yes.
Right.
And you know what? Maybe in looking at them and talking with them, maybe they were put in the wrong class for this time because of what their interests are.
Right.
But
right. And I love that you said it that way, because there's so often that we ignore the student's interest and we do what we think is best for them instead of listening to what the kid is saying.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. That is so powerful. That's a lot more powerful than you gave it.
I say that's what I've come to realize with science is I'm usually their chemistry for the juniors are usually their third science class.
Right.
And, I mean, it's not necessarily meant to be this way, but the students that do well in biology will go on to chemistry or physics. The ones that don't do as well go into more like earth science, botany, all the other elective ones that while hard in their own way, aren't as hard,
rigorous,
or they aren't as rigorous. Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's
I'd say more intuitive, right? Yeah. There's a lot of the things like earth space science is a little more intuitive than your chemistries.
We have a lot more applications to it.
Right.
You have to be able to apply the material, which is a hard concept for a lot more for kind of students in this generation, it seems like.
I mean, my instructional coach would say that's level 4 DOK right there, depth of knowledge. Which is not easy.
No,
it's not easy.
No. And so starting to see some students who may have just gotten put in the wrong class and seeing where they are and what they want to do. I'm not going to force them to stay in the class, but they have to stay in the class through the semester because we're so far in.
Right. Well, right. And now that you're here, let's make it productive.
Let's make it productive.
Yep. And now you kind of you almost have this like carte blanche to try and impress this kid. Like, yes. Okay, all right, the pressure's off. We know that you're not like gonna be the next great chemist. Check this out though. Have you seen what happens? So cool. Whenever I take this and I mix it with this at 104 degrees Celsius, you have no clue. It's amazing. 103 degrees Celsius, nothing happens. But at 104, watch the fireworks.
The hard part is this is the semester that's a lot more of the theory and conceptual. We don't get to reactions till next unit. It's like next semester it's like it can't just
but can you do like some chemistry stuff where you like, I don't want to say blow stuff up, but like can you blow stuff up in the first couple of weeks just to get
I will be doing that in the near future, but it's not like we're doing a lab today where you get to do something fun. It's more of here's a conceptual lab because that's the unit we're on.
Yeah. My son has a question. Lewy, come here. Do you want to ask the question to Dr. Miller?
No, I want to say something to Dr. Miller.
Oh, you want to say something to Dr. Miller?
Oh.
Uh-oh. Come on. Let's go, dude.
You got a question from the studio audience today.
Let's go. Yeah, dead air's not great. All right, Lewy. Go ahead. Ask Dr. Miller. What do you want to ask him?
We found aliens on the 4th of July.
You found aliens on the 4th of July?
2 alien ships.
Alien ships?
Two alien ship.
What?
Where are they?
I could see them because it's black. The skies are black.
Oh, so is it nighttime?
It was nighttime.
Yeah, when we were sting the fireworks.
Did you have fun this year shooting off fireworks on the 4th of July?
I didn't shoot any.
Yeah, well, yeah, you did.
Hmm?
You shot a couple. No, not the big ones. Not like Uncle Christian. All right. Well, apparently we found aliens. I don't know why
Hey,
we had to say that. All right, go.
the question is, why is it when aliens come at night we're not as scared, but when they're in the day we're terrified?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm the opposite. If an alien
because-
showed up in the daytime, I could see it coming. I could prepare myself a little better.
Let's think about the movies. Whenever they're in the daytime, it's like they're gonna blow us up.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
at night, like maybe they're friendly.
You might be right. I think you're right. It's hysterical.
So what we're saying is, I need to put the student in astronomy. Is the
Right? Yeah. So we know what Louis's interests are.
yes. Yet another STEM-based concept.
Right. Even though it's pseudo STEM. So
I'm going with the idea of space.
right. Yes. Yeah. So what do you make of it? Like, I'm still on the fence about all of the congressional hearings over the summer, talking about UAPs and stuff. And I don't know, I haven't heard something definitive that makes me go, all right, so we're being visited, or something, definitive that lets me know that, intelligent life is on this planet other than humans. But I also feel like there's some people are blowing smoke, and I don't know if they're blowing smoke because there's a fire or if they're blowing smoke because they want to sell books.
It's probably, I mean, there's probably got to be some kind of financial reasoning behind it.
Sure.
But when I think about that, it's like something that always blows my mind is when we look at Earth compared to the rest of the universe, it's such a small, like, pinhead compared to everything else.
Yeah.
And to think of the fact that we'd be the only ones here that have only form of life.
Right.
That's hard. That's hard to imagine.
It is. Like, were we the one planet that was lucky enough to have the right amount of
Conditions.
to make it happen, or is this commonplace? The other thing that I wonder about is that as human beings, we've been attracting attention to our planet for half a century now. What? So almost a century since we started shooting stuff into the atmosphere. Like, I know it's not a lot of attention.
No.
But I mean, we're sending signals out. We're sending radio waves, X-rays, all sorts of stuff out into the universe. And I mean, we're making some noise. I don't know how loud of a cosmic noise we're making, but we are making some cosmic noise. I could only imagine that, eventually some of that noise is going to be received, and somebody's going to go, that one. Found you.
Then they watch us and go, we're not worried about them.
Yeah, that's fine. Those idiots are doing it to themselves. I think all right, so the only thing that gets me about the congressional hearings is like the US military pilots that see these like aircraft that are making maneuvers. That's a bit intriguing, and that's perplexing. The problem that I have is saying it's unexplainable in the moment, therefore it must be aliens. Like, I have an issue with that leap.
Yeah.
That's the issue that I have. Is it the only explanation? No. Do I have another plausible explanation? No. But the leap between what was seen and reported, what was reported, and actual aliens being on Earth, that bridge is yet to be gapped. I have a hard time with people using logic to say there has to be aliens because something's unexplained, therefore it must be aliens. That logic doesn't fly with me.
Yeah, I agree with I can agree with that because it's like I don't get aliens.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. All right. So where's your bracket at, man?
Over there.
Correct. Did you did avocado got beat, right?
Avogadro got beat. They deemed it to be a beauty contest, and his picture did not advance him.
Yeah. Well, one eye was dramatically bigger than the other. Like
what?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's where the Rock got it from.
So last week I had Robert Woodward advanced. He was a very famous organic chemist and he won a Nobel Prize and possibly would have won two, but he passed away a couple years before the other work he was working on got it.
Okay.
Wasn't able to get a second one. And then before that, who was the most recent one other than that? My hours aren't good enough. I can't remember who on Monday.
Oh yeah,
two. We did two. I'm trying to remember who it was.
I'm doing the same thing. I don't remember who that was. I can tell you, Joseph Lagrange advanced, which is good. Joseph Lagrange was the 1700s mathematician. Gave us the L2 point, the equilibrium points. He solved the three body problems. The three body problems was worked on by every famous mathematician ever, and it was never really solved up until Lagrange got with Leonard Euler, and they solved the three body problem, which is the equilibrium for the gravity between the Earth and the sun and the moon, right? So there's one point between the Earth and the sun where gravity, you're not being pulled towards the Earth nor the sun. Okay. There's 5 such spots with the three bodies being the moon, the sun, and the Earth. With those three bodies, there's 5 such spots that exist, points or not spots, points that exist where it's an equilibrium, and so it's really cool. Joseph Lagrange, he moved on, and I'm pretty sure Euler moved on too. I mean, if Euler lost at this point, I'd be really upset. I'm a little biased. The problem is, like, whenever I do this,
we have our biases.
And when Euler shows up, I'm like, guys, let's just if you guys don't pick Euler, like, everybody's gonna have a test every day for the next 2 months, and I'm not teaching you. Just expect to fail. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, I just figured out who it was. I remember now. I had Leo Hendrik Baekeland versus Johann Nicolaus Bronsted.
Oh, what did Baekeland do?
Baekeland is he basically is looked at as one of the father of plastics.
Oh, okay.
He made something called Bakelite, which was the first commercially available plastic.
Yeah.
And so while there's a lot of different inventors of plastic, his is kind of like one of the first ones that was usable. And so in a way, he's the father of plastics.
Okay. And he went up against Bronson?
Yeah, Bronsted. He's one of the Bronsted-Lowry acid base definitions.
Nope.
There's several different definitions of acids and bases. There's Bronsted, Lowry, Lewis, Arrhenius, and so
well, which one do you subscribe to?
It depends on what we're working with. As organic, I do a lot more Lewis, but Bronsted Lowry is one that we use in Gen Chem a lot more.
Okay. How could you have different types of acids and bases?
It's just the way you look at it. Like one between proton donor, proton acceptor, electron donor, electron acceptor, just the different thought process of how you are going to what they give up or what they gain and how you look.
All right. So help me with this. When I drink orange juice, am I donating protons?
No, it wouldn't be.
Like I need to know because like what's the difference between that and like some bitters? You're like because I feel right because super bitter is base, right? And acid like your citruses. So
It's what's
that's the way I interpret it here.
it's about how they interact within like a solution. So they have basically hydrogens that are either gained or lost, and it's whether you're looking at it as more organic based or just as this hydrogen's going from here to here, or if it's like a proton, which is H plus. And yeah, there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, the solution is my mouth when I drink orange juice. What happens then? Am I protoning? Am I sending
Yes.
protons out when I drink orange juice?
You're gonna be protoning. There we go.
Am I protoning the neutrons here? I'm playing. It's way more.
I was like, I know. I'm wondering what question he's gonna have next, and it's gonna be like, we're just gonna go down a worse hole.
Yeah. Oh, that's too good, man. What's your big goal for this week?
Oh, get caught up.
Yeah.
This is like we're getting to that point where we have 2 weeks, and then we're getting into the end of the quarter, and between having family in town and getting to the end of a unit, got a big lab coming up. It's one of those perfect storms where you have a week where I'm just behind.
Yeah, exactly.
And now it's just trying to get ahead, get caught up, and then get ahead again.
Right.
Because we're in this home stretch. We're in that stretch before
Thanksgiving, man.
Before Thanksgiving.
That's right.
We have
parent teachers conferences are next week.
Ours are 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, I guess 2 weeks. Yeah, you're right. And it's just, oh my God, it's upon us.
Yes.
And the moment you feel like, I'm doing pretty good. It's parent teacher conferences. Okay. And then we have that 3-week stretch where you have to get a whole unit, like a unit needs to get done in order for the semester to work. Oh man, it's a lot. But that's what makes teaching difficult. That's why not everybody can do it. It's not something that's the most common thing I get from parents or community members whenever they actually like take a second to think about what we go through. The most common thing is, I don't know how you do it. I don't get it. I don't know how you do that. And for the salary. You're right.
There's some days I'll be like, how did I get all that done?
Right.
Wait, did I get it done? I did.
I did. No, I'm pretty sure I got my checklist finished. All the grades are up. Or like whenever you feel like you have 2 hours of work that need to get done, you know what I mean? Like you have 2 hours of homework tonight. No matter what, it's gonna take you 2 hours. And then 45 minutes in, you're done. And then I'm stressing out. I'm like, well, there should be some more stuff to do.
Yeah, I missed something. Where is that? What I missed? It's like, no, I am done.
Clearly, there's something else that needs to get accomplished here, because that can't be it.
Then you walk away, and 20 minutes later, you're like, oh crap, that's what it was.
That's what. That's teaching in a nutshell. Okay.
Yes, it is.
You are never done. That's the lesson. That's the ultimate lesson.
That is the lesson.
All right, man. How can people get a hold of us if they want to chat with us?
Reach us at howdoyoulike@gmail.com.
See ya.